welcome to the Rebalance Physiotherapy Pilates at Home equipment class. For today's class, you're just going to need a mat, a headrest, a circle or a cushion, 2 light weights or tins of beans, wine bottles, whatever you have, a band, and a foam roller. So let's get started with the warm-up. So we'll start off on our hands and knees. Knees directly under hips, hands directly under shoulders. Starting off by dropping the ribcage down, arching the back, looking up in front. Rounding out the spine, looking down between the knees. Dropping the ribcage down, arching the back, looking up in front. And rounding out the spine, looking down between the knees. Again, dropping the ribcage, looking up in front. And then once more, rounding out the spine, looking down between the knees. Then we're going to grab a light weight in the left hand. We're going to straighten out the right leg and the left arm, and then just small circles with the arm and leg. If you want to make it easier, just don't hold a weight. That's completely fine. Good. Lower down. Left leg, right arm, small circles. Good. And lower, shifting all the way over to the left. Grab the weight in the right hand, straighten out the right leg and the right leg and the right arm. And then small circles once you have your balance. And lower. Shift the weight to the right side, straighten out the left leg and the left arm, holding the weight. And then small circles, trying to keep the hips level. And lower. Then we'll put the weight to the side for now. Dig the toes in, pinch the shoulders back, lift the knees up, right hand to the right shoulder, left hand to the opposite. Good. Switching back and forth for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then we're going to come into a low plank. Good. Lifting the hips up. Lift up the right leg and the left, right, left, right, left. One more on the right, one more on the left. Lower down. And let's do a quick stretch to the low back before we get started. And then back into child's pose. Just stretching out everything before we get started. Perfect. And then we'll come onto our back. And we'll start off by imprinting the spine, bringing the legs in a tabletop, starting off with some gentle toe taps, just to warm up the core. Good. Gradually tapping a little bit further away. Really keeping that low back pressed in. Tapping a little bit further. Good. And then squeeze the legs together, tapping both down at the same time. Keep the legs squeezed together. Gradually tapping a little bit further. Good. 2 more. Last one. Resting down. Then we'll grab the band. Feet through the band, bring up to above the knees. If you have a long band, you can just tie it in a loop. So imprint the spine, feet are together, pull the knees apart nice and wide, and back together. Apart, together, apart, together. Good. Apart, together. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Imprint the spine, legs to tabletop, pull the legs apart and back, keeping the shins parallel. Good. Apart, together, apart, together. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knees, rest the feet. We're going to straighten up the right leg. If you want to make it harder, lift the hips up. Otherwise, keep the hips down on the mat. So imprint the spine. Right leg out to the side and back together for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switching over. Straighten up the left leg, bit of tension, so whichever you prefer, if you want to lift the hips up or keep them down. Imprint and lift, and then out to the side, so lift if you have them up. For 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bend the knee, rest the hips down. Then we're going to just do a couple single leg bridges. So we're going to straighten the right leg up, bit of tension, so you can choose your difficulty here. So this is a bit easier, elbows is a bit harder, arms crossed is the hardest. So we're going to bring that leg out to the side, creating tension, so activating the glutes on the right side. Imprint and lift, and lower. Imprint and lift, and lower for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bend that right leg, straighten up the left. So whichever you did on the right side, try to do the same on the left. Bit of tension again. I'm going to cross the arms. Imprint and lift, and lower. Imprint and lift, and lower. Good, don't worry if you need to keep the arms down, that's completely fine. Imprint and lift. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Lower down, bend the knees. Then we're going to grab the roller, or if you have a ball, you can use a ball as well. Even if you have like a old football lying around, you can deflate it a little bit, and you can use that as well. So you can get creative with whatever you have around the house. So we're going to put both feet on the roller, arms down by your side. Create tension in the band, imprint the spine, lifting up, bring the knees apart together, and lower down. Imprint and lift, apart together, and lower. Imprint and lift, apart together, good. Make sure as you bring the legs apart and together that you don't drop down. So only lower after you finish the movement. Imprint and lift, apart together. Good, imprint and lift, apart together. We have 3 more. 2. And last one. And lower down. Elbows on the mat, hands on the rib cage. Now for this one, we're just going to keep a consistent tension in the band. So we're not going to bring the legs apart together. So we're just going to go straight up and lower back down. Make sure you keep your knees nice and wide, so don't let them creep in towards each other. Good. Imprint and lift, and lower. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, last one here. Arms across the chest. Same again as that one there, so keeping tension. Imprint and lift, and lower. If this is too difficult to balance, you could just bring the elbows down, or you could bring your feet off the roller. Good, 5 more. 4, 3, 2, keep the hips up. 10, bring the legs apart and together. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Hopefully you're starting to feel that in the glutes. I know I am. So bring the roller out of the way for now and give yourself a quick rest. We'll do a couple more with the band. So we're going to bring the legs in a tabletop. We're going to bring the band around the ankles for the last few. So bring the legs apart nice and wide and back together. So keep the shins parallel. So as you look down, your legs shouldn't be coming way out to the side like this. They should be nice and parallel. Good, 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten the legs up, twist the feet out slightly, pull the legs apart and together. You can keep a soft bend in your knee if you need to. Good, for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the legs, keep the band around the ankles for the next few. Imprint the spine, legs to tabletop, straighten the legs up, bit of tension, lower and lift. Lower and lift, keep tension in the band, lower and lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knees. Then we're going to straighten the legs out. We're going to do some exercises for the hip flexors. So point the toes up to the ceiling. We're going to do the right side first. So drive the right leg up and lower. Make sure that the hips don't move. So try to keep the hips nice and still. Good. Straight up. Lower down. Perfect. 5 more. 4, 3, 2. Make sure that leg is straight, and 1. And then we're going to do the left leg. Left leg up and lower. Keep the quads activated as well, so tensing the quads. Straight up. It's okay if your spine's not imprinted. There might be a little bit of a gap for this one. That's okay. 3 more. 2 and 1. Then we're going to move the band around the arch of the foot. We're going to get the other hip flexor muscle that crosses the knee joint. It's called the rectus femoris muscle. So a bit of tension in the band. Drive the right knee up to your chest and slowly lower down. So driving straight up and lower. Driving up and lower. Good. Nice and controlled. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And then 10 on the left. Last one here for the hip flexors. Good. Straight up and lower for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, almost there, 8, 9, last one. Perfect. So we'll put the band to the side and get that out of the way. Then we'll grab the circle or a cushion, whatever you have. And I'll give you a quick rest for a second before we jump into that. So we'll start off nice and easy. So we'll just put the circle or whatever you have just above the knees. We're going to imprint the spine. We're going to squeeze the circle nice and tight and relax. Squeeze and relax. Just warming up those adductors, so the inner thigh muscles here. Squeeze and relax. Good. Keep that imprint the whole time. Make sure that the back isn't arching. This is what you don't want. You really want to stay pressed down the whole time. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep it squeezed. Imprint and lift, and lower. Imprint and lift, and lower. Imprint and lift, and lower. Good. 4 more. 3, 2, and keep the hips up. Bring the knees apart, together, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Rest the hips down. Grab the circle. We'll do a few more there with the circle. Good, so putting it just above the knees again. Squeeze nice and tight, elbows on the mat, imprint and lift. Bring the right knee out to the side and the left knee. Right, left. Keep the hips up nice and high. Left, right, left, right, left. Make sure you're not dropping. Good, we got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Resting down. Give the legs a rest. Knees bent. Squeeze the circle. Straighten up the right leg. Keep the spine imprinted. Bring the right leg out to the side and back together. Out to the side together. If you want to make it harder, lift the hips up. Out to the side together. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Resting down, grab the circle. And then we'll do the same thing on the left. Squeeze the circle, straighten up the left leg. Imprint, and then if you want to lift the hips up, you can. Otherwise, keep the hips down. Out to the side together. Out to the side together. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Grab the circle. Just a couple more here. So legs to tabletop, circle just above the knees. Squeeze nice and tight and relax. Squeeze and relax. 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Rest the legs down. tabletop. Squeezing nice and tight. Straighten the legs up. Bring the right leg out to the side and the left. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. One more on the right, one more on the left. Lower down. Then we're going to bring it between the ankles. Legs in tabletop. Squeeze and relax. Squeeze and relax. Shoulders are relaxed. Spine's imprinted. Good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten the legs up. Good. Squeeze and relax. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lower down. Grab the circle, straighten the legs out. So if you have a circle or a cushion, you could use it for the next few, or you can use weights. So we're going to do a couple roll-ups. So if you're using the circle or a cushion, it's going to work more of your pecs and your postural muscles. And then with the weights, it'll work more of your shoulders and your postural muscles. So we're going to reach the arms back, squeeze the legs together, gently squeeze the circle, or if you have a cushion, arms forward, chin to chest, rolling up. So you're nice and straight. Slowly curl the low back as you roll down. Reaching back, arms forward, chin to chest, rolling up. And slowly lower down. And rolling up. Good. And making it harder, just reaching up. Good, and slowly rolling down. Otherwise, keep reaching forward. Good, we have 4 more. 3, 2, and last one. And lower down. And I'll just do a few into boat pose. So I'll put the circle out of the way. I'm going to hold on to weights for this one. So you can grab some weights if you want to, or you don't have to use any weights. Legs are in tabletop. Reaching back. Arms forward, chin to chest, rolling up. And slowly lower down. And rolling up. And lower. Good. Rolling up. And lower. If you want to make it harder, reaching up. Good. We have 3 more. 2. And last one. And lower. Put the weights to the side. Give yourself a quick rest. And then we'll imprint the spine, bring the legs in a tabletop, straighten up the right leg. Small circles with the right leg. Gradually making the circles bigger, more oval shaped. Keeping that left leg as still as possible. Good, and then bend the right leg, straighten up the left. Small circles with the left. Good. And bend the knees, rest the feet. Imprint the spine, legs to tabletop, straighten the legs up. Lower the legs a few inches and lift them back up. Lower and lift. Shoulders are relaxed. If you want to make it harder, you can tuck the chin to the chest, rolling forward. We have 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knees, rest the feet down. Imprint the spine, legs to tabletop, straighten the legs up, small flutter kicks. Shoulders are relaxed. Keeping the spine imprinted again if you want to make that harder. Chin to the chest, otherwise keep the head back. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knees. Good, and then we're going to imprint the spine. Bring the legs to tabletop. Straighten the legs up, slide them from right to left. Keeping the spine imprinted. Three, 2, and 1. Bend the knees. Next, we're either going to put the circle or we're going to put a cushion between the knees for one more here. We're going to squeeze nice and tight, hands behind the head, chin to the chest, going forward, elbows and knees in together, knees and elbows apart. So keep whatever you have squeezed, in together and apart, in together and apart. Good, 6 more, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down, put the circle to the side. Then we're going to imprint the spine, bring the legs to tabletop, straighten the legs up, big circles with the legs. Good, we're going to do 5 clockwise and then switch. Good, and switch directions. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bend the knees, rest the feet down. Then we're going to come onto our side. So we're going to start off on the elbow. If you want to make it easier, just go all the way down, bending the bottom knee. Grabbing a weight in the top arm to make it harder. Lift the hips up nice and high and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Good. 4, 3, 2. Hold the hips up. Lift the top leg and lower. Lift and lower. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Extend the arm and leg. Elbow, knee in together and apart. In together and apart. If you're down on your side, that's okay, just pulling in and reaching out like this. So whichever you prefer. We have 3, 2, and 1. Good. Lower down. Resting all the way down, top leg up, lift the bottom leg to touch for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lift the top leg, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Rest the legs down for just a second. Both legs up, big circles forward. If you need to, just rest your bottom leg. Good, so try to keep the hips nice and still. Make sure you're not wiggling around like this. So big circles, staying in front of the bottom leg for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch directions. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, last one. Bend the knees, lift the ankles up, pull the knees apart and together for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Straighten the bottom leg. Grab the top leg just to stretch out the front of the thigh. So the quad muscles. Letting go, we're going to go to the opposite side. Grab a weight if you want to make it harder. Straighten the legs out, bending the bottom knee. Holding that weight up if you want to make it harder. Lifting the hips up and lower. If your hips are down for this, just lift the top leg. So you'll just do that twice in a row. Good. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep the hips up. Lift the top leg for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reach the arm and leg away. In together and apart. Together and apart. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and one more. Perfect. Lower down. Resting all the way down, top leg up, bottom leg to touch. Perfect. For 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lift the top leg. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, lower down. Both legs up, big circles forward. Stay in front of the bottom leg. Again, trying to keep the bottom leg lifted if you can. Perfect. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. switch directions. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knees, last one. Ankles up, and then bring the knees apart and together. Good, so keep the ankles together the whole time. This just makes it a little bit harder than the regular clams, which are down here. Good, so we have 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hopefully you're feeling that in the glutes on the right, whichever side is facing upward. Good, so grabbing the thighs, or grabbing the ankle, stretching out the thigh. Good. And then letting go. And then we're gonna come onto our back, and we're gonna stretch out the legs, and then we're gonna just do a few toning exercises for the upper body. So we're gonna hug the right knee into your chest. Shoulders are relaxed. And then bring the knee across the body into a spinal twist, right arm out to the side. Back to the center, left knee in. Hugging the knee in nice and tight. And then bring the knee across the body into a spinal twist. Back to the center, straightening up the right leg, stretching out the hamstring. And then straightening up the left leg. And then we're going to cross the right ankle over the left knee, grab behind the left thigh just to stretch out the glutes. If this is really stiff for you, just keep the legs down and just gently push the knee away. Otherwise, try to grab behind the thigh and pull in. And then switching, grabbing behind the right thigh. And then coming to the center and grabbing a weight in each hand. So if you want, you could do these in standing if you have the space. I'm just gonna do them sitting so you can see me better. So we're just gonna start off with the shoulders pinched back, arms up in front, so lifting straight up and lower. Like this, so it's a little bit easier. So going all the way up and lower down. So really keep the shoulders pinched back the whole time, lifting up and lower. Good, 5. Make sure you're not rounding, so really pinching back the whole time. 3, 2, and 1. Next one, so the palms are facing this way, so it's facing the wall in front of you. And then lifting straight up and back down. Good, so keep the shoulders pinched. Really good for the postural muscles. Good, really keeping them pinched back. Don't let them round. It's a little bit easier with this one to keep them pinched. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Then we're going to get a really small muscle in the shoulder called the supraspinatus. So thumbs are down. Bring the hands slightly in front. So you're going to come at an angle up in front like this. So about a 45-degree angle. Keep your hands turned downwards. So this one's called empty can. So it's as if you're pouring a can out. If that makes it easier to understand. Good, we have 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Then we have 2 more. So arms up at shoulder level, and then we're going to go straight down and back up. Good. For 2, 3. Keep the wrists nice and strong. Make sure they're not flopping around, and then keep the arms up the whole time. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, and then we have 1 more here. Ooh, you can feel that already. Lifting the arms up, we're gonna go straight into an overhead press and then back down. If this is pinching your shoulder at all, just skip this one. Don't worry about it. Otherwise, you can try with no weights and see if that feels any better. Good, we have 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. We'll put the weights to the side, and then we'll just finish off by stretching out the arms. So just bring the left arm across your chest and just holding it with the right arm. Good, and then switching over. Good, and then just with the tricep, pulling back. And the opposite arm. And then we'll finish with that.